Santana has been on the scene for many years. He has a huge name as one of the originators of hardcore, both in the US and Europe. He's headlined the Thunderdome raves in Holland for many years, but on Moonshine Over America, he's usually shown his somewhat softer side, playing the hard-edged breaks he calls hard hop. As a producer, he is a true innovator of this unique sound, and it's only recently that he's been taking it to the raves.
It's funny, I never wanted to be a DJ. You know, I had my own turntables as a kid, and you play with records and stuff like that. I was never into going out and DJing clubs at all. I produced a lot of hardcore on my own label, and sent it to Europe, and all of a sudden I just started getting all these calls from Europe. Hey, can you DJ some of the stuff you produce? They're like, well, we'll pay you this kind of money. We'll pay for your flights, we'll pay for food, we'll pay for hotels. Okay, I get to visit Europe for free, why not? You know, and that's how I got to. My first gig I ever did was in Holland in front of 8,000 people. I mean, I've worked in recording studios and all that stuff, but I've never wanted to be a DJ, and I still don't consider myself a DJ. I just enjoy producing records. I'm known for breaks everywhere, but I'm known for breaks especially on the East Coast, and I'm known for hardcore on the West Coast and especially Europe. In the middle of the tour, I'm playing breaks, you know, in this 21 and over crowd.
That's right. Let me give you the lowdown on what I'm gonna do tonight, all right?
And all of a sudden, some of the guys from Moonshine tour are coming over. Like, Omar, do you have any hardcore? I said, yeah, I brought some hardcore, but no, this doesn't look like a hardcore crowd.
I'm gonna play some hard breaks first, then I'm gonna go into some hardcore.
Button-up shirts, and everyone's dressed nice and neat, and all of a sudden they're like, hardcore? Hell yeah, no problem. I'm just like, okay, no problem, we're gonna have some fun now. Well, I have this thing called RP, and it's involving the retina. Especially in clubs, I have just poor night vision. It's basically almost DJing blind. As long as there's good lighting, I'm okay, but if there's bad lighting, it's just horrible for me to DJ in a club. I do everything by feel as good as I can. You know, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything get in the way. I mean, if you have an eye problem, you have you know, a hearing problem or whatever, man, just go for it. The first time I went to go DJ, I thought, this is crazy. I can't see anything. This is impossible. You know, and yeah, it was very frustrating at first because, you know, you have to rely on people to help you on stage, and you kind of don't want that. You don't want people helping you all the time. But as long as you prove yourself, I say go for it. At least you try, and you never know. You know, it's the next top producer out there, you know. It's the next astronaut, who knows?
In the mid-90s, Dara left his native Dublin, Ireland home and made the move to New York City in search of a crowd with fresh ears and a virgin appetite for drum and bass. He made his home in the blossoming New York jungle scene and soon became one of its headliners. As one of the first residents at New York City's now legendary Jungle Nation and a rotating resident at Concrete Jungle, he quickly earned a die-hard fan base. His eclectic style makes him a crowd favorite all over the country.
I do have a problem sort of riding on that bus all the time because everybody gets ill on the bus. Last year I got flu or whatever. I was dying for about a week after getting off the tour, so if we could fly a little bit more, I'd be a little bit happier. Yeah. I started DJing in Ireland in, I guess it was 1990. Friends of mine used to send me tapes from London. I was like, this is the thing for me. So I was kind of one of the first DJs doing that in Ireland at the time. I got a green card. My girlfriend at the time wanted to come to the States. I was like, okay, I'll go, see what happens. There wasn't much happening in Ireland, whatever. I was playing the breakbeat sort of thing, which it was a big thing in Ireland like 92, 93, and then kind of died, and I was still into doing it or whatever. So I came to the States, to New York, and the scene was kind of just starting there. The whole drum and bass scene was really in its infancy in New York, so I kind of arrived in the right place at the right time. There I started playing Concrete Jungle, a few other parties in New York, and played in Baltimore. That was my first gig out of state, and since then it was kind of like just blew up from there. I think the drum and bass scene in America it's kind of It hasn't reached any sort of plateau yet. It's still getting bigger. I think you'll notice more and more the UK DJs are coming to America a lot more, because it has kind of reached a point, a saturation point in the UK, where there's so many DJs, there's only so much work going around, so they're all looking a little bit further afield. And America is, at this point, it's still a young market, I guess. It is still getting bigger. Every year there's more and more people getting into it.
Cox established himself as a headliner during the birth of England's rave scene in the late 80s and early 90s. He quickly became known for his unmatchable skills mixing from 3 turntables and his ability to lift any crowd to an insane frenzy. Carl is constantly on the road, traveling the world as a true ambassador for underground dance music. He is the only performer to play Millennium shows in 2 different time zones. He has headlined events in every country and has effectively woven together the global rave community. As a result, Carl Cox is widely regarded as the best DJ in the world.
You know, we're not Puff Daddy or Jennifer Lopez or Madonna. We neither of these people. It's just amazing how Moonshine, out of all the companies, have managed to put together an underground amount of artists together as a unit to go out, you know, as entertainers. And, you know, people like Cirrus and Micro and, you know, myself and DJ Dan, you know, we're very seriously unknown, but you're still going to have, you know, more or less sold out clubs. It's kind of commendable, and also to be seen as something which is a very positive movement. This is, for me, it's my second year with the Moonshine tour, and from the first year, the second year became much more predominant in the sense of what people were actually waiting for to happen in their town. As well as travelling through from Denver, just kind of looking around, and all I could see was like Marlborough country. I was just like, wow, you know, there can't be no parties going on up there, really, surely not, you know. And, you know, pleasantly surprised to see 6,000 people, you know, really getting into and understanding, you know, my power, my energy of my music, but not only that, you know, all the other artists as well on the Moonshine tour. So for me, it's a definite eye-opener.